Hello students, this is Renu and in today's video I'll cover three important figures of speech. They are antithesis, epigram and oxymoron. We'll do detailed study of them plus practice also. We'll do the multiple questions also so that things will be clear to us. So go through this video very carefully and watch complete video. So let's get started. Firstly, antithesis. What is an antithesis? It's a figure of speech in which bringing out of a contrast in the ideas by an obvious contrast in the words, clauses or sentences means a sentence contains two parts. Two clauses are there in a sentence, and in both the clauses there is a contrast. And where we have two clauses in a sentence and in both we have a contrast, so there we find the figure of speech that is antithesis. Let's take example. God made the country, man made the town. So here there is a contrast between these two clauses. God made country while man made the town. Okay, the meaning of these lines is that God made the country means God created beauty of nature, while man made some ugly things like pollution, noises. Okay, so there is a contrast between these two clauses. Next one, man proposes, God disposes. So again we have a contrast between these two clauses. Man proposes, God disposes. So what is the meaning of this line actually? Man proposes, man plan करता है, हम planning तो करते हैं, but things will be done or not, that is totally in the hand of God. Okay, so man proposes, God disposes. Next example, that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. So here again we have a contrast between both the clauses. So in a sentence there can be two parts of sentence, clauses, phrases or words, and between both we have a contrast. We find a contrast. Okay, so these words are said by the Neil Armstrong while he was going on moon. So he said कि one small step will be a giant leap for mankind. So it usually happens. A short step can be very huge success for us. है ना, ये होता है लाइफ में कभी कभी कि हम छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स लेते हैं और वो छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स हमारे लिए बहुत यूज़फुल होते हैं. कई बार वो हमें इतना ऊंचा उठा देते हैं कि वी कैन नॉट एक्सप्लेन, है ना. सो दिस लाइन क्रिएट्स अ कंट्रास्ट. वन स्मॉल स्टेप, वन जाइंट लीप. तो स्मॉल जाइंट, स्मॉल स्टेप जाइंट लीप. सो देयर इज अ कंट्रास्ट. ओके, let's take next speech. Epigram. What is an epigram? Maximum of sense in the minimum of space is epigram. Only a few words convey a lot of sense. Here we have a line that gives us huge meaning. मतलब एक लाइन को हम कितना भी डिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं. उस एक लाइन के अंदर बहुत सारी चीज़ें अपने आप में हिडन होती हैं. एक छोटी सी लाइन होती है, ज़्यादा बड़ी नहीं होती है, बट वी कैन एक्सप्लेन इट टिल हाफ एन आवर, मोर देन इट. एग्जाम्पल, cowards die many times before their death. So it's like a proverb. Okay, as in proverb we have a line and we can explain it like one paragraph. So same goes for this epigram also. Usually it is different, but we can connect. Okay, cowards die many times means cowards, one who is afraid, experiences death almost daily. But brave persons, brave people, they only have one time. They only have death one time in life. So we should be strong. What is the meaning of this line? We should be strong. We should be brave. I hope it's clear. Next one, the child is the father of man. Same also for this line. We can have so much meaning of this line. ओके इस लाइन के हम डिफरेंट डिफरेंट मीनिंग्स निकाल सकते हैं. डिफरेंट डिफरेंट लोगों ने डिफरेंट डिफरेंट व्यूज दिए हैं. द चाइल्ड इज द फादर ऑफ मैन. In short, I would like to explain what is the meaning of this line. The child is the father of man means whichever qualities you have as a youth, you must be carry from your childhood. बचपन में आपके जो जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स डेवलप होती हैं, जो जो वर्च्यूज़ डेवलप होते हैं, वो आपके साथ यूथ तक रहते हैं. और जब आप यूथ में यू आर अ ऑनेस्ट पर्सन, देन ऑनेस्टी आपको बचपन से ही मिली थी, बचपन से ही आपने कैरी की थी फ्रॉम योर पेरेंट्स. सो वी कैन से चाइल्ड इज द फादर ऑफ मैन. आई होप इट्स क्लियर. आर्ट लाइज इन कंसीलिंग आर्ट. दिस लाइन ऑल्सो वेरी ब्यूटिफुल लाइन and a few content, a very big content I must say, is hidden in this line. How? Art lies in concealing art means one person is living the life very beautifully. Like we can say कि he knows art of living. So then you could say कि this is very good artist. But while a person is not very good in living the life, he does not know how to live the life, but he is giving lecture on that. So that will not be such effective. And art, same for the actor also. One actor is very good in acting. Whichever role is given to him, he does very beautifully. So then he is also very good artist. So art एक ऐसी चीज है जो छिपती नहीं है, वो कहीं ना कहीं बाहर आ ही जाती है ना. और हम जो लोग उसको हम ऐसे एक्सप्रेस करते रहते हैं, उनके पास कोई आर्ट होती नहीं है, बस उसको शो करते रहते हैं. तो दैट ऑल्सो वी कुड अंडरस्टैंड कि जो बंदा दिखा रहा है दैट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड. सो व्हाट इज एन एपिग्राम बेसिकली? एपिग्राम इज अ शॉर्ट लाइन दैट कन्वेज अ बिग मीनिंग. And sometimes more than one meaning also can be have a single line. एक single line के कई meaning भी हो सकते हैं, but all are connected to each other. लेकिन वो एक दूसरे से connected ही होते हैं. I hope it's clear to you. Next figure of speech. This is oxymoron. So what is an oxymoron? In oxymoron we have contrast. We have two opposite words that are put together. It is a special form of antithesis and brings two or more words in a phrase with opposite or conflicted meaning. Antithesis also stand for the opposition, contrast, and same oxymoron. But what is the difference basically? Difference is that in oxymoron, opposite words are put together. Like I have two opposite words, good, bad. So they will put together. While in antithesis, we have different clauses and we have contrast in both the clauses. दो clauses होती हैं उसमें और दोनों में contrast होता है. जबकि यहाँ पे तो opposite words होते हैं और वो एक साथ आते हैं. How? An open secret So here open भी है और secret भी है. So these two words are just opposite of each other and they are put together. Okay. So here we have phrase together and in antithesis we have clauses together. Here we have contrast in phrases or words. There we have contrast in words, sentences or clauses. That is the difference. Next example, a wise fool. Life is a bittersweet. So in these three sentences, like open secret, wise fool, bittersweet, we have opposite words. They are just opposite to each other and they are put together. Open secret, open भी है, secret भी है. Wise fool, wise भी है, fool भी है. Bitter sweet, कड़वा भी है और मीठा भी है. So in this figure of speech, we have two opposite words. They are just opposite of each other and they are put together. Okay? I hope it's clear to you. In antithesis, we have two clauses in a sentence. They carry contrast. In epigram, we have a short line that conveys a big meaning. Unlimited. While in oxymoron, we have two words, just they are opposite to each other and they are put together. एक साथ आते हैं वो दोनों. I hope it's clear. Now I'll take question series. Practice set. Multiple questions. Okay, so let's get started. Let's start practice. Question number 1 is, read the given sentence and find out correct figure of speech. Means, I'll give you one sentence. You have to read that sentence carefully and just understand which figure of speech is hidden in that line. And I'll provide you options. You will choose one of them and just write A, B, C, whichever you think that is hidden in that sentence. And for every question, 5 seconds will be given. So your line is, mankind must put an end to war, or war will put an end to mankind. Options are epigram, oxymoron, antithesis. Okay, so read this sentence carefully and just find out your answer. Your options are given: epigram, oxymoron, antithesis. These three I explained today. Your time is going to be started now. You have 5 seconds. Just write down fast. Hurry up. Oh, your time is over. Okay. I hope you choose your answer. So, what is the correct answer? Correct answer is epigram. Epigram is a short line that conveys a big meaning. Same here also. Mankind must put an end to war, or war will put an end to mankind. Mankind, we must develop mankind in ourselves. हमें मानवता दिखानी चाहिए. लाइक हमें अच्छे अच्छे काम करने चाहिए. हमें लड़ाई झगड़ा कम से कम करना चाहिए. नहीं तो जो झगड़े हैं, जो युद्ध हैं, जो ऐसी चीज़ें हैं, वो एक ना एक दिन कहीं ना कहीं मानवता को ख़त्म कर देगी. तो ये लाइन अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा सा मैसेज देती है. एंड वेयर एवर वी हैव अ शॉर्ट लाइन दैट कन्वेज अ larger meaning, that conveys a big meaning. There the figure of speech that we have, that is epigram. What is an epigram? A line that conveys a lot of meaning. Okay, I hope it's clear to you. Now next question. Next one is, what figure of speech has been used in given line? The line is, to err is human, to forgive divine. To err is human, to forgive divine. Okay, your options are antithesis, epigram, oxymoron. Your time is going to be started. Just find out your answer A, B or C and write. You can write in practice copy also, and you can comment also. Just your time is over. So what should be the answer? The answer is antithesis. Two clauses are there and we have contrast. To err is human. To err is human, to forgive divine. गलती करना इंसान की आदत है, लेकिन उस गलती को भूल जाना, उसे माफ़ कर देना एक बहुत बड़ी बात है. जस्ट लाइक अ डिवाइन, एक बहुत अच्छी क्वालिटी है. आई होप इट्स क्लियर. नेक्स्ट, a brief witty word or saying or a piece of writing is known as. A brief witty word or saying or a piece of writing is known as. Options are oxymoron, epithet or epigram. Time. Just choose your answer. Write down in practice copy or you can write in comment section also. Okay, your time is over. So what should be the answer? I hope you took epigram. As I told you, in epigram we have a short sentence. Sometimes we have a word also. Okay, piece of writing. Piece of writing means it can be any proverb, like any sentence, any quotation. Just conveys a big meaning. वो बहुत छोटी होती है, brief होती है, लेकिन conveys a big meaning. Okay, so that is epigram. It is very much clear to you. Okay, so next question is, why then? Oh brawling love or loving hate? Just find out. Your options are epigram, oxymoron or antithesis. Just choose your answer. Your time is going to be started. Fast. Hurry up, write down A, B or C that you think you should be correct according to that. Okay, your time is over. So the answer is oxymoron. What should be the answer? Oxymoron. Why? Because just read this line carefully. Why then? Oh brawling love or loving hate. Loving hate. Loving hate. Two words together. They are opposite to each other. So wherever we find two opposite words together, there we find a figure of speech that is oxymoron. It is very much clear, I hope. Next question is, the expression murderous innocence is an example of. So यहाँ पर एक expression दिया गया है murderous innocence. आपको पहचानना है कि उसमें कौन सा figure of speech है. Your options are antithesis, epigram or oxymoron. Time is going to be started. Just find out within 5 seconds. Choose your answer fast. Hurry up. Over. Your time is over. I hope you selected your answer. So the answer of this question is oxymoron. How? Murderous innocence. Two words, both are opposite to each other and they are put together. So here the figure of speech that is used, that is oxymoron. Next question. Variety is the spice of life. Variety is the spice of life. Which figure of is used in this line? Options: epigram, oxymoron or antithesis. Three options are there. Just find out, is it oxymoron used, antithesis or epigram? Your time is going to be started. Write down the answer A, B or C, whichever you find correct one. Your time is over. So what should be correct answer? It's epigram. So here, as we know very clearly, in oxymoron we have two opposite words together. So we don't have any opposite words in this line. In antithesis, We have two clauses, just they both have contrast. So here simply we have a line, one clause. So their antithesis is also not used. In epigram, we have a short line, short saying, piece of writing that conveys a big meaning. Variety is the spice of life. तो ये जो लाइन है अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा सा मीनिंग कन्वे करती है कि वैरायटी जो है वो स्पाइस है लाइफ का. हमें चेंज चाहिए होते हैं, है ना. तो इट हैपन्स यूजुअली विद अस कि जब हम एक जैसी लाइफ जीते रहते हैं तो वी पीपल गेट बोर्ड. तो हमें कुछ ना कुछ डिफरेंट चाहिए होता है. तो वेराइटी मीन्स जब हम डिफरेंट चीज़ें करते हैं, डिफरेंट लोगों से मिलते हैं, डिफरेंट तरह का खाना खाते हैं, और सबसे अच्छी बात डिफरेंट प्लेसेस पे घूमने जाते हैं, तो वी पीपल इन्जॉय, है ना. सो वेराइटी इज़ द स्पाइस ऑफ लाइफ. तो ये जो लाइन है अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा सा मीनिंग कन्वे करती है, बहुत बड़ा सा मैसेज कन्वे करती है, एंड बहुत अच्छी सी रियलिटी भी है. सच अ ब्यूटीफुल लाइन इज दिस, है ना. सो द फिगर ऑफ स्पीच दैट इज यूज इन दिस लाइन, that is epigram. I hope it's clear to you. Now I'm going to take last question of today's class. Okay. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Which figure of speech is used? Oxymoron, epigram, or antithesis? Just find out. Your time is going to be started. Just write down your answer. Hope you have written just A, B or C, whatever answer. So the correct answer is antithesis. We have two clauses. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. We have contrast. So we must listen everybody, but talk to very less. ठीक है, हमें सबकी सुननी चाहिए लेकिन बातें बहुत कम से करनी चाहिए. तो यहाँ पर एक कंट्रास्ट है दोनों के बीच में, है ना. और two clauses are there, and between both there is a contrast. So which figure of speech has been used in this line? That is antithesis. I hope it's clear. Just note down all the examples in your copy and just make them, just recall them, read them again and again. You can take screenshots also of every slide and practice them thoroughly during your exams. I hope everything will be clear to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do like it and share it with your friends.